Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open up this gasket sealer. I'm going to use my bare fingers. Put it there, there, and back there. Take the little cap, pop it. That's enough. Just squeeze it on there. Put a liberal amount on there. So back here. As soon as this thing sets down, it's going to squish it. And then back here. Okay, there we go. Now whenever it sits down, it'll have that extra protection back there and on these areas right here. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and put our valve cover back on. Okay, now it's time to put back the valve cover. Kind of dusted it off a little bit. Going to put it on the same way that we took it off. Slide it underneath the fuel rail. Slide it over everything. Make sure it's coming into contact with that sealer. Line it up with your, you can use your spark plug holes to really line it up. Again, it's going to feel like it's not really on there because that new gasket is so thick. So it's going to feel like it's not on there, but it is. Let it sit. While that's sitting, I'm going to tighten this up because this is on there. I'm not taking this back off. So I'm safe enough to tighten this back up and put it back in its position. Let's go ahead and do that. That's why I'm glad I left this on there. That is now back in its position. There we go. So I'll leave that in there. On there just in case I need to tighten it any further once I put this down. But now we have to get everything bolted down. So let's go ahead and start that process. The bolt pattern is from the middle out. In fact, I'm going to bring it up on my phone and then that's how I'm going to install each bolt. Okay, so you guys will see the bolt pattern on the screen here. I have my bolt pattern right here on my phone. And I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, and kind of do everything. So that's what I'll start to do and get all these bolts in there. Okay, let's go ahead and install the first bolt, which is this one right up here. Again, we want to just loosely screw them in. Okay, everything on the engine is all complete. Everything is put back together. We're going to put the fuel relay in. We're going to put the negative battery terminal on the battery, and then I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to just prime the fuel system, because right now it's kind of thinks it's completely off. So there's not enough fuel in there to start the car. So you just want to turn the key forward, turn it back, hear some clicks, and then you can start it. So let's go ahead and put the relay back in the negative battery terminal on. It only goes in one way. You shouldn't have to force it in there. Okay, that's in there. Put the negative battery terminal back on. Let's tighten it down. Okay, let's jump into the car and prime the fuel system. Okay guys, that's it. That completes the installation, but this is the tricky part. I went ahead and put in the fuel relay. Now we have to prime the engine because we took out the fuel relay, started the car till it stalled out. So now starting back up, it's not gonna wanna start. So don't be scared. I'm gonna show you how to do it. You're gonna get in the car, you're just gonna turn it a couple clicks just to make the fuel pump send fuel to the fuel pump in the tank, send fuel to the fuel pump up top, and then turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, and then start it. It should start, and then we're going to look for leaks. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna come in here. Kind of turn it twice. Kind of hear some clicking. Hear some clicking. Do it again. Okay, now we're going to attempt to start it. Now we're gonna look. Now we're gonna look at the engine. Remember, all of my leaks were in the back towards the exhaust manifold. So we're gonna look at the engine. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so we started the engine, no leaks, nothing spewing out or anything. The real test is to actually test drive it, which I'm about to do now. But as of right now, it's sort of a success. It looks like that it's seating well. That gasket sealer kind of takes a while to really, turn hard. But right now it looks okay. My personal opinion is I hear a loud ticking noise, and I didn't hear that before we did the valve cover. But again, these engines are known to fail. So I cannot bring it to the dealership, as you guys heard on the last video on the phone call with the dealership. I cannot bring it unless I have a knocking or unless the engine seizes. Now, the engine hasn't seized yet, but I believe that it's on its way. So I did the valve cover. I'm going to drive it. I'm going to continue to drive it every day. We're going to see if we have any more smells or any more oil leaking or anything like that. I don't know if there's something going on with the fuel pressure regulator. I think personally, it still needs to run a couple cycles and get the fuel running into the system. It's probably dry. But again, I will keep you guys updated. As far as removing and installing a valve cover gasket, it's a success. If you guys want to know how to do this, please watch this video. And if you want to know how to change your mirror or a lot of other things on a Kia Optima, I have a lot of content out there on this car, and we will do an update to see what happens down the line. Does the valve cover gasket hold up, or does the engine hold up at all? So it's late. I'm super tired. I'm hungry. Please subscribe. Please hit that like button. I've just successfully hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to you guys, so I can actually monetize. So if you guys hit the like button, it tells the YouTube algorithm to share this video even more. And this is a really in-depth video of how to change your valve cover gasket and hopefully prevent engine failure. But I think personally, I think this engine's gonna go, and you guys will get to, witness and see what I go through getting a new engine replaced. So I'm gonna go get me and my wife something to eat. You guys know my slogan. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you subscribe to my wife, Flash Custom Design. She helped me film this entire video. So again, you guys know my slogan. I'm going to get something to eat. Be safe, be basic. Peace.